Welcome in. Let's get started just seated on your mat. Starting as always, just letting our minds focus in for our practice. So let your eyes closed. Let your breath just flow naturally, not trying to control it. Welcoming in a new day. Allowing ourselves just to come here on the mat alone. Leaving the thoughts of work and the to-do list off the mat for now. This is your time alone. Keeping the eyes closed, we're just going to start to circle the body. And we're keeping eyes closed just to try and focus our attention all on the way the body feels as we move. So noticing where in your spine and in your hips, your shoulders, your belly, where are you feeling a stretch? If anything feels a little bit tight from sleep. We'll start to make the circles a little bit bigger, really leaning forward and rising tall at the back. Good, taking one more in this direction. And then when you come back to the top, just bring the opposite leg to cross in front and bring your circles back the other direction. Good, taking one more big circle around. And then letting yourself lean back a little bit to bring hands down behind you. And we'll step the feet up onto the mat. Bring them a little wider than hip width. And then windshield wiping the legs, we're going to try and bring the side of each knee down as much as we can. And then switch to the other side. So you can take this kind of slow, really kind of press into that stretch at the bottom. And back the other way. Good, one more each side. And we'll sit ourselves up. Bring the hands underneath the kneecaps and take it to a seated cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, let the belly and the chest come forward. The head can lift. Exhale, we're going to lean back, extend the arms, let the back curve, chin into chest. And then draw back the other way. Just coming back and forth nice and slowly. Feeling out that movement in the spine. Good. Now, next time you come back, just hold there a moment, chin to chest. And then releasing for a big stretch forward. We're going to reach between the hands or between the legs, reach the hands toward the top of the mat. Perfect. Big breath in. As you exhale, lean back, and we're going to take a hold behind the thighs and let the feet just lift up. I'm going to hug the legs in toward my chest. I'm making like a little tight ball here with my float. And then let the feet come down and start to slide out in front of you. Keeping a hold of the thighs, you can hug down. So the knees are at a little bit of a pike to hug the chest toward the thighs. And we'll release this fold. Let the legs come down to the mat and flatten out. Take a big breath, reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands down, pressing the palms into the mat next to your hips. Let the chest lift up. Good. Go ahead, take the left knee. Give it a little hug here. And then stepping that foot outside your right thigh. We're going to wrap the right arm in front of the knee. Bend that elbow. And then start to twist out to the left. Taking the left hand down and behind you. Good. Let's release the twist, and we're going to bring the right hand back and behind us. Then rock your way over onto the side of your hip. That top foot is still strongly down into the ground. Step into your left foot. Let your hips lift up and take a big stretch with that left arm. Good. Bring the hip down. We're going to reach the other way. So a little bit of balance to tilt over. Reach the right arm up. Big stretch through the outside of that right hip. Good. Bring it down. Lift one more time the other way. Reach, let the hip lift. Maybe make a little arch with the side of the body, stretching open the left rib cage. Beautiful. Let it down. Releasing into the center. Reach tall, stacking body over hip. Come forward for a fold. You can come to the shins or ankles. You can come out toward the feet. Perfect. Lift your way up. Hug that right knee into the body. Step the foot outside the left. Then we're going to reach forward and hook the front of that knee with our left arm. Right hand coming back and behind, moving to a twist. Now hug your body in toward the leg. Feel that stretch deepen in the right glute. Last breath here. Perfect. We'll release, coming over all the way, left hand behind. Tilt onto that left hip. Right foot comes down strong into the mat, and then you can lift that hip. Just reaching the body long. Let the hip come down and reach out toward that extended foot, taking the left hand up overhead. A little bit of balance there to stay tilted on that left hip. Good. Bring it back the other way. Left hand down. We lift. This time even extend a little more, reaching the right rib cage to the ceiling. Letting your head and your fingers pour down to the mat. Perfect. Bring it down. Both legs forward, reach tall. And exhale to fold. Great, let's release. And we'll go ahead and move our way onto all fours. Let's start with the left leg extended, toes tucked under. We just press through that heel. Give a little stretch to the arch of our foot and the whole back of our leg. Good, now cross that left leg over the right, out to the side of your mat. Crunching in through the right side, take a little look back at those toes. Coming back into the center, we're going to bend that knee, let it just come down to the mat, so staying crossed as it is. And then press back as if you were coming toward a child's pose. So you're just pushing the hips away. The hips don't really need to come down. We're just stretching into the front of that left thigh. Good, lifting up, we'll uncross and just take it to the other side. Right leg extends, give it a press. Perfect, cross it out to the left. Crunching in the left side, extend through that right side, looking back at the toes. Bend the knee, let it come down to the mat. And then press back like you were going to a child's pose. Good, lifting up, let's uncross. Tuck the toes, let's bring it up to our down dog. Give the feet a little walk here, just bending one knee at a time. Let's flow it out. Inhale, move into your plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, up, dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Good, look forward, step or hop to the top. Soft knees as you come forward into a fold. Perfect, slowly we draw our way up. Inhaling as you get there, reach for the sky. Bring the palms together. Exhale to the side. Release for a big circle around. Lifting up. Reach for the sky. Take it to the right. Release, big circle. Up to the sky. And hands to the heart. Good, let's take a little balance, lifting up to the toes. Coming tall mountain. Come to the heels, sit back into a chair. Reach our way up, this time tall mountain with arms extend. Heels come down, sitting into chair. Then balancing chair, reach the arms, come to the toes. Beautiful, heels to the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, come to the mat, step or hop back to your plank. And from here, we're just going to bring the knees straight to the mat. Sink the hips back, child's pose, giving the upper body a full stretch out. Good. On your next breath, we're going to lift just a little bit. See your palms and your forearms down to the mat. Shift the shoulders over to line up with the elbows. Tuck your toes and let the hips lift to dolphin. Good. Shift the weight forward. Come forearm plank. Beautiful. Come to the belly, flatten the feet, lifting into a sphinx. Slide the hands alongside your chest. Tuck the toes, down dog. Look forward, step or hop to the top. Release to a fold. Moving your way up to stand. Taking hands up. And into the heart. Good, let's bounce to the left foot. We'll lift the right knee, one-legged mountain. Flex that foot. You can give the ankle a little turn. Think about tucking the tailbone, lift a little taller. Perfect. Take that leg back to the back of the mat. Tuck the toes under. High lunge, take a reach up. From here, we're just going to open into a warrior two. So back foot comes flat, parallel to the back of the mat. Front knee is bending. Reach the arms wide. Good. Take a little reach out like you're going to come down to the leg. And then pull back again, warrior two. Reach out. Pull back again. Good. Hands cartwheel to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Let that back knee come down. And flatten the foot. Left arm's going to reach into a twist. Good. Let the hand come down outside the foot. And half split. So straightening that front leg. Hands can walk back. Draw your chest in the direction of that thigh. Good. Bend the knee again. And we're going to slide that foot out. Sit back into child's pose. Reach out long. On an inhale, lifting up onto the forearms. Tuck the toes, down dog. I'm sorry, dolphin. Forearms are down, hips are lifted like down dog, dolphin. Forward into forearm plank. Slide those feet back if they need a little more space. And down to the belly. Flatten the feet, lift the chest for Sphinx. Good. Slide the hands back alongside the rib cage. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Look forward, step or hop to the top. Release into a fold. Slowly we rise. Letting the arms reach. And come to the heart. Very good. Left leg lifts. Press into the standing leg, find some height. You can let that ankle turn out. Perfect. Take the foot to the back of the mat. High lunge. Hands come down over the leg. Bring that back foot flat and lift open, warrior two. Sink into that front knee. Good, now we're gonna reach forward like you were gonna come down. And then pull your way back, warrior two. Come forward. So this is a great exercise for our side angle pose. Come back. So just feel all that length we're going to keep in the side body. Come back. Good. Cartwheel hands around the foot. Tuck the back toes to stretch. Back knee down. Right hand lifts. Flatten out the back foot to the mat. Beautiful. Hand comes down around the foot. And we'll straighten that leg coming into our half split. Good. Bend the knee, walk the hands forward. Slide that leg back. And we're going to move to puppy. So walking the hands toward the top of the mat. Let your chest come down, your hips lift up. Forehead or chin can rest to the mat. Find your breath. Let it just flow freely in this position. Good, last breath. Now lift your head to look forward and just slide forward onto those forearms. Let the belly come down. Let the chest lift up into Sphinx. Now we're going to move into a twist from here, bending my left knee out to the side. Flex the foot, let it come a little wider than that knee, half frog. The left hand is then going to thread underneath your right arm, palm face up. Bring that left shoulder to the mat, and then bring the right shoulder across all the way to the other side. Let that arm extend out behind you. Now, if you'd like to deepen this twist, think about drawing that right shoulder blade down to the mat. And then also drawing the right knee down to the mat. You can even take your hand and rest it on the knee to try and weight it down a little bit. On your next breath, go ahead, release. Make our way back over to that Sphinx pose, legs extended. And then bend the left knee up next to you. Flex the foot to open to the side. Give that hip a moment just to adjust. And then we're going to thread right arm under left, palm face up. Bring your shoulder to the mat first. And then take the opposite shoulder out and away to the other side. Again, to deepen, we're going to draw that right shoulder blade down, the left. Take your hand onto your left knee to weight it down toward the mat. Good, last breath. And from here, we're going to roll onto our back. Release in the other way. Bring yourself back on the mat if you come off. Feet coming down to the ground. Roll your shoulder blades back to meet the mat. Palms come down beside you. And a little lift in the hips, bridge pose. Tuck the chin toward the chest. And breathe. Last breath here. Release your way down gently. Let the knees come to the chest, and we'll give ourselves a rock side to side. Okay, let's take the right foot to the mat. Extend your left leg up and give that ankle a little turn. Now we're going to reach up with the peace fingers to take a hold of that big toe. You can have your knee bent as much as you need. Right hand is going to rest on the top of your right thigh. And then take like a little crunch up. Extend that left leg, drawing the forehead toward your knee. Step the bottom of that right foot into the mat. Very good. Let your upper body come down, leg stays extended. And we're going to take the leg out to the left. Keep the bottom of the right foot on the mat. It's going to want to fall out. But we'll just keep holding there. 2 more breaths. Very nice. From here, let's bring it back into the center. And we'll just let that knee come down, foot come down to the mat. Give the right knee a little hug. And then extend to the sky. And just turn the ankle. Good. Take a little crunch, reach up for the big toe. Take a hold there. Left hand rests on the left thigh. We'll extend that leg as much as we can, and then pull the leg toward you like you're bringing your forehead to your knee. Last breath holding. Fantastic. Upper body comes down, leg stays extended. And we'll move it out to the right. 6 breaths. Bottom of the left foot staying down. Last 2 breaths. Beautiful. Move back to the center. Let the foot come down. Open the arms out into a T, palms face up beside you. Go ahead, lift both legs to the sky. We're going to flex the feet, pressing up to the ceiling, waterfall. And bend the knees, bring them in toward the chest. And then release to the left. Let both knees come over to the left. Final twist, keep that right shoulder down to the mat. If you want to take this stretch deeper, I'm going to reach my peace fingers for the big toe of the right foot. And then extend that leg out to the side as much as I can. Big stretch down that IT band on the right. You can also just leave your knees bent and together. Very good. Bend the knees, bring them together, and roll into the center. And then roll out to the right. Let the legs come back down. Hold there a couple breaths first. If you'd like to take it deeper, extending that left leg, catch the big toe and let the leg extend to the side. Keep drawing that left shoulder blade to the mat. Give the leg a chance to just settle. Good, bend the knees, bring them together and back into the center. And finally, we'll just take it to a happy baby. So flexing the feet, open the knees a little wider than the rib cage. Take a hold of the bottoms of the feet or the backs of your legs and give yourself a rock side to side. Great job. Let the legs come down and let them extend out with the arms. Give everything a little shake to loosen up. And let's begin to prepare for our Shavasana. Letting yourself start to grow nice and heavy. The breath slows down. And we simply begin to sink into a relaxation here. Keeping in mind that this is still your time. Try to leave the worry of work and the to-do list off the mat to the very end. Instead, perhaps welcoming an intention for the day. An intention is an intangible thing that we would like to cultivate through our day. So like patience, maybe giving yourself a little more care and ease. Making an effort just to slow down a little bit. Or finding more focus. There might be an intention that really resonates with you for the week. Bring it to mind and let it just sink down into your heart. You've already done the work for the body. Let all that work go out toward your intention now. And then just let yourself melt. Let go of the thoughts, let them drift through the mind. Simply feel yourself supported by the mat here, happy and free. allowing your breath to deepen. And then let the body start to stretch. Welcoming this new day with joy, with gratitude. For another chance to meet ourselves. Another chance to grow, to learn and connect. Let's go ahead, bring the feet to the mat. Give the knees a little rock side to side. And then picking the legs up, letting them hug in toward the body. And we'll give ourselves a little rock forward and back. Making your way all the way back up to seated. We'll let the hands come to the heart. Thanking yourself for this time of practice and movement. And bringing hands to the forehead. Sending gratitude out to each other. Thank you for coming and practicing together today. Namaste. Thank you so much. Hope you have a beautiful day. See you next time.